بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي رب يسر ولا تعسر وتمم بالخير. Inshallah, lesson number 12 we started yesterday, and again a bit of review, and then inshallah we will go to the text. So present tense, this lesson basically focuses on the second person in the present tense, al-fi'l wal-mudari'. So when we want to talk about someone who is right in front of us, so we want to say you go or you will go. So for the masculine singular, we will say tadhabu, anta tadhabu, anta taf'alu, anta ta'malu. And when we talk about the plural, we know that the plural has the sound of una, so it will be tadhabuna. Yani antum tadhabuna, antum ta'maluna, antum taf'aluna, antum ta'kuluna. So the plural will be on the pattern of una, starting with ta, tadhabuna. And when we talk about the singular feminine, we will say tadhabina. So this one has the sound of ina. However, it starts with ta, and we know that when a verb starts with a ta, it is a present tense, tadhabina. So we will say anti tadhabina. As we can see here, anta tadhabu, antum tadhabuna. And when we talk to the person who is right in front of us and the feminine singular, we say anti tadhabina, anti tadhabina. And for the plural, what happens here, we can see from tadhabuna, the vav drops and it becomes tadhabna. So for the masculine plural, we say tadhabuna, and for the feminine plural, we say tadhabna. So similarly, taf'alna, similarly tadrabna, similarly tasma'na. So all the verbs will be on the same pattern. So what we are focusing on today is the second person for singular and plural for masculine, and the second person for singular and plural for the feminine. So one person we will say tadhabu, and many persons, males, we will say tadhabuna. For singular we say tadhabina, and for the plural we say tadhabna. Tadhabu, tadhabuna, tadhabina, and tadhabna. Una, and then here vav has been dropped. Also in this lesson, there is a bit of focus on the first person. And for the first person, when we talk about ourselves, for one person, we say adhabu, I go. And when we talk about the plural, we say nadhabu, we go. So here we have hamza and here we have noon. So mudari starts with ya, ta, hamza, and noon. So four symbols from there, we can see that this is mudari, which is ya, for example, yadhabu, ta, tadhabu, and then hamza, adhabu, and then we have noon, which is nadhabu. These are the signs of mudari. For example, here we see ana adhabu and nahnu nadhabu. Shouldn't be dhahaba, nahnu nadhabu. Similarly here, yaftahu. If I want to say I open, how will I say? Yaftahu, he opens. If I want to say I open, I will say
Aftahu.
aftahu. And we open?
Naftahu.
Naftahu. Similarly, yasma'u, he listens. And if you want to say I listen, asma'u. And we listen, nasma'u. And similarly, ansuru and nansuru, and adribu and nadribu. So today's focus is on the second person, and also on the first person plural, which is nadhabu. It should be nadhabu here, nadhabu. So this is what we are going to discuss today. What about points that we are supposed to remember for this lesson? We don't really have lots of new ideas, basically the same ideas as we have discussed now. For example, for singular second person, we say tadhabu, for example, anta tadhabu. And for the feminine, we will say anti tadhabina. So this is what we have to focus on, anta tadhabu and anti tadhabina. For example, aina tadhabu ya Bilalu, where are you going, Bilal? And aina tadhabina ya Aminatu, where are you going, Amina? So for Bilal tadhabu and for Amina tadhabina. And similarly for the plural, as we discussed, that for the plural for masculine, the sound will be una. As we can see here, أتفهمون الإنجليزية يا إخوان. إخوان is the plural of أخ, so that's why it is إخوان تفهمون. Whereas the plural of أختن is أخوات, so أتفهمنا. So what happened basically here? Waw has been dropped and the rest of the letters are the same. أتفهمنا الفرنسية يا أخوات. Do you understand French, sisters? And for we use نذهب, as we can see here. ماذا تكتبون يا إخوان? What are you writing, brothers? But when we say we are writing letters, so we will say نكتب. So ماذا نفعل الآن? What are we doing right now? ماذا نفعل الآن? What are we doing right now?
نحن
ندرس العربية. Yes, نحن ندرس العربية. We are learning Arabic now. And ماذا تكتبن يا أخوات? What are you writing, sisters? And the sisters are saying, we are writing the homework. نكتب الواجبات. We are writing our homework. ندرس العربية. And here we have already learned about مفعول به. مفعول به is the direct receiver of the action. For example, ضرب بلال حامدا. Bilal hit Hamid. So Bilal is the doer and Hamid is the receiver. So we will say Hamid is maf'ul bihi. And when we want to talk about maf'ul fihi represents time. It can be morning, evening. It can be a day, a month, a year. So when we talk about time, it is always mansub as well, and it is called maf'ul fihi. As we can see here, ذهبت إلى السوق صباحا. I went to the market in the morning. So we know that ذهبت is basically fi'l lazim. It does not need any object. But when we want to talk about the time, we will say ذهبت إلى السوق صباحا. I went to the market in the morning. رجعت من الجامعة مساء. I returned from the university in the evening. And similarly, أذهب إلى المكتبة كل يوم. I go to the library every day. And سأذهب إلى الطائف يوم الخميس. As we can see here, يوم الخميس is a day, as we talked about the time. So I will go to Taif on Thursday. And أين تذهب هذا المساء? Where will you go this evening? So whenever we talk about the time, مفعول فيه, it is called مفعول فيه. And it will always be mansub. If before maf'ul fihi, if we have the preposition fi, then we know that it will be majroor. For example, ذهبت إلى السوق في صباح. So when we have fi right before it, then of course it will be majroor, we know that. But if we don't have fi right before it, then it will always be mansub. Is that clear? For example, rajatu min al-jamiati, fi masain is also okay. But when you say fi masain, then after fi, we know that it will be majroor. But if there is no preposition, then it will always be mansub. All right. After qala, what do we use? Inna, right? So after qala, we use inna, and the rest of the verbs, we use anna. For example, qala inni abdullahi. He said, I am the servant of Allah. So after qala, it is inni. Similarly, qala al-mudarrisu, the teacher said, innal imtihana ghadan. The exam is tomorrow, or the examination is tomorrow. So after qala, we use inna. It's not only specific to qala. It can be any form of the verb qala. It can be qalu, it can be qalat, it can be yaqulu, it can be yaquluna. So whatever has the root words of the form of qala, which is qawala, so that after that we will use inna. So it's not just the verb qala itself. It can be any forms of qala, as we discussed now, qalat, qalu, qulna, yaqulu, yaquluna, taqulu, taquluna. It can be aqulu, naqulu. It can be any form of the the verb qala, and after that we will use inna. For the rest of the verbs, we will use anna. For example, سمعت أن الامتحان غدا. I heard that the exam is tomorrow. أظن أن الامتحان غدا. I think the exam is tomorrow. And the example that we discussed about the use of anna, do you remember that example? أشهد
أن محمد
أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. Yeah, so that example, basically the best of the examples, and that is also the use of anna as well. So ashhadu is not from the family of qala, so that's why after that we use anna. Whereas all the verbs we use anna, whereas after qala and any of the forms of qala we use inna. New vocabulary, we don't really have a lot of new words. For the first one is dawa'un, which is medicine. Tilmidun, pupil, a younger student. Hatifun, telephone. Wazirul Kharijiyah, foreign minister. Wajibatun, homework. Wajibun, and the plural is wajibatun, homework. Amalun, work. Jarun, neighbor. Raqmun, number. Waqtun, time. And then we have two verbs on the pattern of Samia, yasma'u. Shahida, yashhadu, ضحك, يضحك. So they are on the pattern of Samia, yasma'u. Shahida, to bear witness, and ضحك, to laugh. So inshallah, it's clear now. And I think now we can proceed to the lesson. Any questions so far? Okay, yesterday we started this lesson with Irfan and Abdullah. So today, inshallah, we can again go from the beginning, and inshallah, I would like you to read now, because this lesson is, most of it is like based on what we have learned earlier. And if there is anything, inshallah, we can discuss that together. So I would like you to participate and try to do it. And if there is anything that needs any kind of explanation, inshallah, we will do it together. Yes, Hamid. So who is going to be Hamid?
حامد.
Okay, Hamid, and you are going to be Hamid, and we need also to do the role of Ahmada, of course. So these are just the role plays. Okay, Hamid, yes.
ماذا تفعلين يا أحمد?
Okay, translation, please.
What are you doing, oh Ahmad, like mother of Ahmad?
Yes, okay, so تفعلين يعني أنت تفعلين, right? So when you're talking to a feminine singular right in front of you, so it will be تفعلين. Okay, why it is Ahmada?
Because of ya, and then we have مضاف إليه, so it's
because Ahmad is it's a
Ahmad is on the wazn of afalu.
Afalu,
It will not accept.
yeah, it will not
accept kasra.
Kasra and also
Kasra.
tanween. Yeah, it will not accept kasra and tanween. So that's why it is Ya Ahmada. Excellent. Yes, Ahmad. Here it's normal construction, so it will be Ahmada. Yes, Ahmad.
أبحث
عن الدواء.
My phone got.
Okay, maybe someone else, please. Yes.
أحمد أبحث
Okay.
عن الدواعي.
Okay. Yes, brother.
عن الدواء الذي أخذته من المستشفى مستشفى أمس.
I'm looking for the medicine.
I'm searching for
Yes, I'm searching for the medicine.
that I took from hospital yesterday.
Excellent. Okay, أمسي here. أمسي is مفعول به or مفعول فيه.
مفعول فيه sir.
مفعول فيه.
مفعول
We
فيه.
have discussed that مفعول فيه is always mansub, but here it has kasra.
محلا مجرور sir.
يعني أمسي is مبني على الكسرة. So it is
مبني على
always, yeah, it's always it will be أمسي, whether it is like in the place of مفعول فيه or if we use it in normal construction. So it is always مبني على الكسرة. So here we will say it is mansub, but it is مبني على الكسرة. So أبحث, I am looking for or I am searching for عن الدواء الذي, and we know that after الذي there will be a complete sentence. It can be verbal sentence and it can be nominal sentence. As we can see here, it's a complete verbal sentence. أخذته, I took it. Who refers to the medicine? من المستشفى, from the hospital. أمسي, yesterday. Yes, Hamid.
حامد هو على المكتب في غرفتي. It is on the desk in my room. كيف حالك؟ كيف حالك اليوم? How are you today? لعلك اليوم أحسن. I hope you're better today.
Yes, لعلك اليوم أحسن.
لعلك اليوم أحسن.
أحسن. Okay. What is the word أحسن on which pattern?
أفعل.
أفعل. So when we say أحسن and after that there is no noun, what would that mean?
the best.
The best.
Superlative degree sir.
Can you give me any other example? We say
Allahu Akbar sir.
excellent. Allahu Akbaru.
Akbaru.
Yes, excellent. So Allah is the greatest. Yeah. So whenever we have ahsanu and after that we don't have min, that means it is not comparative, it is the superlative degree. So after ahsanu, we could have either a noun and the noun will be majroor, or there will be nothing after that. That means the noun is mahdhuf, and it means that I hope that you're in great health. I hope you are feeling better or feeling great today. So here, la'allaki will be, or the meaning will be I hope or I fear.
I hope.
I hope, because we are using the word ahsanu. Okay. Yes, Ahmed.
نعم 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 yes أنا أحسن I am Allah.
Okay, نعم. أنا اليوم أحسن والحمد لله. Today I am doing fine. I'm great and praise be to Allah. اليوم. What's the meaning of اليوم? Today. Okay. An example from the Quran?
اليوم أكملت
اليوم أكملت
دينكم.
لكم دينكم.
دينكم. Yeah. أكملت لكم دينكم. Okay. So اليوم means today, whereas يوم means a day. It can be any day. Yes. And al-yawmu with dhamma means today. Sorry, that means the day. Al-yawmu with dhamma means the day. So al-yawma means today. Yawmun means a day. And al-yawmu with dhamma, that means the day. Al-yawmu bada'na durusana. The day we started our lessons. Yes, Hamidun.
حامد متى تذهبين إلى المستشفى? When are you going or when do you go to the doctor? When are you going to the doctor?
To the doctor. Okay.
To the hospital.
To the hospital. Tadhabina. Okay, so what's the difference between tadhabu and tadhabina?
This is for Ahmad and she's a female, so we'll use tadhabina.
Excellent. Yes, Ahmad.
سأذهب بعد ساعات إن شاء الله. I'm going to go after an hour by the grace of Allah.
Excellent. Yes, please.
حامد مع من تذهبين? With whom you are going?
Okay. Or who are you going with?
Who are you going with?
Okay. Yes, Muhammad.
سأذهب مع أحمد. I'm going with Ahmad.
Okay.
Ahmad.
سأذهب. Yes. سأذهب.
I will.
Sorry. سأذهب. Seen represents or
Future.
future. Yeah. So
Future.
it, yeah. So it.
So I will be going or I will go.
Excellent. So it restricts the tense to the future only. So it's not present tense anymore, and it is called the nearest future. All right. Yes, I think you
You
can.
go with
Yeah, I will go with Ahmed. Okay.
حامد أتعرفين الطبيبة التي ذهبت إليها أمس? Do you know the doctor with whom you went yesterday?
To whom you went yesterday? Yeah. ذهبت إليها. Yeah.
To whom?
Yeah.
إليها,
So
towards her.
all right.
To whom you went yesterday?
All right. So أتعرفين الطبيبة. طبيبة has فتحة. Why?
مفعول به because
مفعول به, excellent. And this is not the first form of the verb or the fourth. Tarifina is like around 12th or 13th. So that's mean after that the noun will always be mansub. Atarifina, do you know at-tabibata, the doctor, the lady doctor, allati, the one, dhahabti ilayha, you went to, amsi, ilayha, you went to her yesterday. So do you know the doctor that you went to yesterday? Yes, Ahmed.
نعم أعرفها. Yes, I know her. اسم دكتورة سعاد. Her name is Suad. The name of the doctor is Suad. يقولون إنها أحسن طبيبة في مستشفى. It is said that she is the best doctor in the hospital.
Excellent. Irfan, can you elaborate a little bit about يقولون? Why it's
يقولون is the family of qala, so we will have inna afterward.
excellent. And يقولون means they say, yani the
They
people
say,
say, yeah, the people say, or the general opinion is, or it is said that she is the best doctor in the hospital. Why do we translate it as the best doctor?
after ahsanu there is no min, sir.
There is no min, and the noun after that will be majroor, as we can see
Majroor.
here. Yes, so she is the best doctor in the hospital. Okay, thank you very much, brother and sister. Now I would like two new participants to continue, inshallah, from here. So we are done with the singular, and now we will start with the plural of the second person.
Yes, Ustad. I'll do Ahmed.
Okay.
ماذا تفعل يا أبنائي? What are you doing, oh my father?
No, oh my sons.
Oh my son.
My sons, sorry, أبنائي sons.
Ibnun, and the plural is abna'un.
أبنائي.
So ماذا تفعلون يا أبنائي? What are you doing, my sons? Yes.
Al-abna'u naktubul wajibati. We are writing homework.
Okay, naktubu is the last form of the verb,
Yes,
right? 14th. So after that, the noun should be mansub. So why it has kasra? The noun after that should be mansub.
This is on the wazn of atin.
So when a noun ends with at, yeah, so it will take either dhamma or kasra.
Kasra, there will be no fatha.
Excellent. So here it means it is mansub with kasra, right?
Yes, sir.
So naktubul wajibati, we are writing our homework. Or we are writing homework.
And this is maf'ul bihi also.
Also maf'ul bihi, excellent.
تفهمون الدروس جيدا. Do you understand the lesson very much?
Excellent. تفهمون plural for abna, yes.
Yes.
Al-abna'u.
Na'am, yes. Nafhamuha, we understand. That Jayidan very much. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
We understand
Sir,
them. Yes.
them Jayidan very much. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
Praise be
Thanks
to
to
Allah.
Almighty.
Yeah, okay, now nafhamuha. Ha refers to what?
Durus, sir.
Durus.
Durus.
Durus is a broken plural,
Broken
or
plural.
it's like an irrational being. So the irrational being, the plural will be considered as singular feminine. So that's why we have nafhamuha jayidan walhamdulillah. And you might have noticed here that mashallah in these lessons, there is like always praise be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that's what we have to do as well. We have to be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for everything, and as we can see here, literally for everything there is walhamdulillah, and thanks and praise be to Allah. Yes, Hamidan.
أي سورة تحفظون الآن? Which surah you are memorizing now?
Now, okay, ayya suratin. Ayya, why it is mansub?
Because of ayah, whenever there is
No, like the sentence starts with ayya, and we can see that this word is mansub, right? It has fatha. So why it has fatha? What's the reason? We know that one thing that we should know, and we must always remember, that the word ayyun is always used as mudaf. So we know when it is used as mudaf, it will not take tanween. It will be ayyu, or it will be ayya, or it will be ayyi. Okay, this is a question word, and this is the only question word which is a munsarif, yani which is flexible. The rest of the question words like man, wa kam, wa mata, wa aina, they are all mabni, yani they do not change. But this is the only question word that is flexible, that is munsarif. So it can be ayyu, it can be ayya, and it can be ayyi. Here it is used as ayya. Why?
Question word or it is noun, sir?
Question noun, yeah, it's ismul istifham.
Ismu istifham.
So yeah, word is ism, and then if we say harf, then it will be a letter.
Harf istifham.
Yeah, so this is ismul istifham, okay? Ismul istifham.
Yes.
Mata is also ismul istifham. Aina is also ismul istifham. Kaifa is also ismul istifham, and ayu is also ismul istifham, okay? So why it is ayya?
It is used in the place of maf'ul bihi because tahfazuna will be telling the file.
It is basically maf'ul bihi, and it should be, the normal construction should be tahfazuna ayya suratin al-ana, okay? So that should be the normal construction. However, we know that this is the question word, and the question word always comes in the beginning of the sentence. Like in English, what, where, when, why, they always come in the...
What we say special terminology, Sadarat-e-Kalam?
Yes, Sadarat-e-Kalam, it requires to be the head of the, or in the beginning of the conversation or of the sentence. Yes, yes. So ayya suratin tahfaduna al-ana. So it's basically tahfaduna ayya suratin al-ana. So that's why it is mansub. Sister, did you get it?
Yes, Ustad.
Okay. Next one, Ahmed.
ما أنا فأحفظ سورة الملك وأما هؤلاء يحفظون سورة القلم.
Okay.
I'm memorizing Surah Al-Mulk. وأما هؤلاء, they are memorizing Surah Al-Qalam.
Okay. What about amma? There is no translation of amma. فَأَمَّا الْيَتِيمَ فَلَا تَقْهَرْ. There is a rule that we have learned about amma, that after amma, the khabru amma will always come with fa. Okay, that's number one. So ismu amma is ana, and khabru amma is with fa. That's number one. And it is translated as for. As for, yeah. Amma ana, as for me, or as for I, as for me. فَأَحْفَظُ سُورَةَ الْمُلْكِ. As for me, I am memorizing Surah Al-Mulk. وَأَمَّا هَؤُلَاءِ, and as for these or as for them, فَيَحْفَظُونَ سُورَةَ الْقَلَمِ, they are memorizing Surah Al-Qalam. All right.
So can you please repeat this point? Ismo
Ismo
Amma.
Amma will be normal, like as we can see here. Or it's not, sorry, Ismo Amma, it should be Khabar. No, this is what we say. Mubtada will be. We know that the Mubtada will always be Marfu and it will be a proper noun. So Mubtada is Ana. So it's Ismo. We will not switch the Mubtada of Amma, but after Amma there will be Mubtada and there will be Khabar.
Okay, and the khabar will start with fa.
Always with fa. That's right. Yes. So here Ana is Mubtada, and then the rest of the sentence, we know that the verbal sentence can be a predicate as well. So Ahfadhu Surat al-Mulki is complete sentence, it's predicate. So Amma Ana fa Ahfadhu Surat al-Mulki. As for me, I am memorizing, or as for me, I'm memorizing Surat al-Mulk. وَأَمَّا هَؤُلَاءِ, and as for these or as for them, فَيَحْفَظُونَ سُورَةَ الْقَلَمِ, they are memorizing Surat al-Qalam. And why it is here Surat al-Qalami and Surat al-Mulki? Why not Surat al-Mulki?
Maful bihi,
Again,
sir.
Maful bihi, excellent. All right.
Because after this is the 13th.
And the fourth,
Fa'ahfazu.
and yes, and Yahfaduna is the third form.
This is the third one.
Yes. So it's
Except
basically not
and
number
4
one.
we will
And
have maful bihi.
that's right. Yeah. MashaAllah. Yes, Hamidan.
فماذا تفعلن أنتن يا بناتي? What are you doing, oh my girls?
Yes,
oh my
excellent. Daughters, yes. Taf'alna. So if it's for the masculine plural, we will say taf'aluna. And for the feminine, it will be taf'alna. The waw gets dropped. Excellent. And antunna confirms that we are talking to the second person. And ya doubly confirms that it is second person when we have ya. Ya is used to the one that we are talking to directly. Yes, al-banatu. نحن الآن نلعب. We are playing right now. نحن الآن نلعب. We are playing right now. Yes, Hamid.
في وقت العمل تلعبنا.
Do you play during the time of work? It's like kind of question where it's like you're a little bit surprised and asking, like, do you play during the time of work? في وقت العمل تلعبنا. Okay.
متى تقرأن الدروس ومتى تكتبن الواجبات? When will you study your lesson and when will you write your homework?
Excellent, yes. متى تقرأن الدروس ومتى تكتبن الواجبات? Yes. When will you read your lessons and when will you do your homework? Yes, البنات. نحن قرأنا الدروس وكتبنا الواجبات والحمد لله. Now this is present tense or past tense? Past tense, yeah. قرأنا وكتبنا. Now it refers to the past because there is no symbol of present, which is yata, alif, hamza, and noon. So قرأنا الدروس, we read our lessons. وكتبنا الواجبات والحمد لله, and we have written our homework, and praise be to Allah. So we have already, or we have written our, we have read our lessons and we have written our homework, and praise be to Allah. Yes, Hamidun.
أحسنتن يا بناتي. Very good, oh my daughters. هكذا تفعل التلميذات المجتهدات. What?
This is how the hardworking
students
do their work. Yeah.
Do their work. متى تذهبن للزيارة خالاتكن? When will you visit your when will you visit your aunt?
Mhm.
When will you go to visit your aunt?
Yeah, yeah. When will you visit, or when will you go to visit your aunt? Both of them are okay. أتعرفنا؟ Mhm.
أتعرفنا أنها مريضة. I came to know, indeed, she is sick.
Did
Again,
you
दोबारा से
want
कराऊंगा
to know?
did you?
राइट राइट पे लेफ्ट पे
أتعرفنا, did you all know?
Did you all know?
Mhm. It's the second person plural for feminine, yeah? So because it's talking to banati, daughters. So أتعرفنا أنها مريضة, do you know that she is sick? أحسنت, أحسنت, what do you think? Is it present or past? This is أحسنتن, basically, but the base verb is أحسن, أحسن. So ahsana is present or past. This is not trilateral verb. It is the extended form of the trilateral verb because it has 4 root letters: alif or hamza, ha, sin, and noon.
Past because
It does
it
not
has
have,
tunna.
yes, it does not have any of the forms of the present tense. It doesn't have yata, hamza, and noon. Ahsana yuhsinu ihsanan. What's the meaning of ahsana? Ahsana basically means to do something in a very good manner, or to do something in a perfect, kind of perfect manner. The word ihsan, we use it a lot, but the word ihsan in Urdu is different in different contexts. It means to do someone a favor, whereas in Arabic it means to do something in a perfect or in a very good manner. If you listened to the khutbah of the Shaykh, of Imam, like Khutbatul Hajj, he talked about taqwa and ihsan. He talked about 2 things. And about ihsan, he talked about the hadith that the Prophet Muhammad said, what is ihsan in ibadah? It is when you are praying as if you are seeing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if you cannot have that feeling, at least we should have the feeling that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is seeing us. So that is ihsan. So when you say ahsantunna, that means you have done a great job, ya banati, oh my daughters. And it's used a lot in the Quran. For example, ahsana yuhsinu ihsan, and then the one who does something in a perfect manner, we call him muhsin. Inna Allah yuhibbul muhsinin. Yeah, so indeed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves those who do something in a perfect manner, especially. So ihsan, we need to be careful that it's not similar to what we have in Urdu. Urdu means to do someone a favor.
So this has kasra on the hamza, right?
No, here the present
No, and
the past form has fatha. It's
ahsana yuhsinu and then
ihsana.
ihsan.
Yeah, it's the same as aslama yuslimu islam. So the masdar comes on the pattern with kasra, and that is basically hamzatul qata'. Yani this hamza is always pronounced. Al-Islam, Al-Iman, so that has to be pronounced. Inshallah, that's hamzatul qata'. We will learn it more. We have learned a lot about hamzatul wasl. Do you remember about hamzatul wasl? And it's an added or additional hamza, which is pronounced in the beginning of the word, but when we connect it, we do not pronounce it. For example, we say al-asr, al-asr. But when we say wal-asr, then hamza is not pronounced. Wal-asr, innal insana lafi khusr. Now we can see here, inna, the hamza is hamzatul qata', yani we have to pronounce it. And similarly, the hamza of insan has also be pronounced. Innal insana lafi khusr. But when we say wal asr, then the hamza is not pronounced over there. And as we can see here, when we start Surah Al-Fatiha, of course we start with Alhamdulillah, but the hamza of Alhamd is also Hamzatul Wasl. So when we say Walhamdulillah, it is not pronounced. As we can see here, نحن قرأنا الدروس وكتبنا الواجبات walhamdulillah, and praise be to Allah. So Hamzatul Wasl, when it is connected with any other letter, it is not pronounced. But Hamzatul Qata' is something that has to be pronounced whether it is connected or not. Hope it's clear now. And inshallah, when we learn more and more, it will be further clearer. Okay, نعم نعرف ذلك. Yes, we know that. شفاها الله. May Allah heal her. May Allah give her shifa. Okay, shafa. What do you remember about this verb? Does it end with alif?
No.
This end with
No.
alif
Alif
maksura, sir.
maksura, yeah. But when we connect it with attached, when we connect it with the pronoun, detached pronoun,
It
then
will
it changes into alif.
alif.
Shafahallahu, may Allah give her shifa. That is, ha refers to the aunt, right? Or khala. سنذهب لزيارتها هذا المساء إن شاء الله. We will go to visit her this evening, inshallah. لزيارتها. Ziyara. What do you know about this one? Is it a verb or a noun? What do you think?
To visit,
To visit
masdar.
the
It's verbal noun. Yeah, it's both. It's
Gerund.
translated as, yeah, it's translated as to visit. However, it is a noun and it is also, yani it will be mansub, marfu and majroor. لزيارتها, to visit her. It was ziyaratun, ziyaratan, ziyarati, and it has become li ziyarati because of lam harf jar. So yeah, li ziyaratiha هذا المساء. هذا المساء. Why al-masa'a? Why it has fatha?
مفعول فيه.
مفعول فيه. Insha'Allah. Insha'Allah is a complete expression. In if, sha'a is the verb and Allah is in the place of the subject. If Allah wills. Yes, Hamidun?
يا أحمد أو أحمد أتعرف متى يرجع الجيران من مكة? Do you know when your neighbor returned from Mecca?
Neighbors. Jiran is the plural of jarun.
Neighbor.
Yeah, jarun is one and jiran is the plural. So do you know when your neighbors will return from Mecca? قال لي يوسف. Yusuf told me. So here it will be translated as told me. إننا سنرجع في الأسبوع القادم. We will, or indeed we will return the following week or the coming week. Now, as you can see here, al-usbu'i al-qadimi. Usbu' is also time, but why it is majroor?
Because of fee.
Because of fee.
Fee.
If we remove fee, then it will be إننا سنرجع الأسبوع القادمة. So it will be mansub. But when we have fee, then it will be majroor. So this is also,
translation, sir.
we will return the
Innana.
following, indeed, we will return the next week or the following week. Yes, qadim is the coming one. أظن أنهم سيرجعون يوم السبت إن شاء الله. I think they will return on Saturday if Allah wills. أظن أنهم, as we can see here, after أظن we have أن and not إن, because إن will be only after قال and from the family of قال. سيرجعون, they will return. يرجعون, they will return. يوم السبت, as we can see here, يوم is مفعول فيه, that's why it is mansub. يوم السبت إن شاء الله, if Allah wills, by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right, so what's the plan? Enough, or shall we do the exercise?
Tomorrow, sir, inshallah.
Inshallah. So everyone agrees, inshallah, we will do the exercise or the exercises
Tomorrow,
from
inshallah.
tomorrow. So
Inshallah.
please try to go through the text one more time, and inshallah, we will do the exercises tomorrow.
Inshallah. Azza wa Jal.
سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. I hope you had great vacation. You enjoyed your Eid, inshallah, and everyone is fresh and everyone is like full of energy. And now, inshallah, we are going to have long sessions, hopefully, if Allah wills, without any break. So hopefully all the way as long as we can go. Hopefully there will be no breaks anymore, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
वालेकुम
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa iyyakum.